Hi guys, this is Magical Lady Duchess, and I'm a little hoarse, so you guys please forgive me if I don't sound my natural exuberant self. I had a exciting New Year's Eve celebration with my husband, and it was his birthday. His birthday, December 31st, and so the holidays are really special to me, and this was actually the first year in almost 5 or 6 years that we actually got to spend New Year's together, because normally he's over the road working during New Year's. He don't make it home until like a couple of days after the New Year. So I really wanted to make this one really special for him, but this isn't what this is about. This is just me explaining why I'm a little hoarse, and I actually sound better than I do today. So I watched the first and second part of the R. Kelly story, and the young ladies being extremely brave and talking about their experiences with Mr. Robert Kelly. I have to admit, back in the day when he was accused of messing with that girl and peeing on her or whatever, I, like everybody else, I saw it at the beauty shop, and I thought that it was funny. Fucked up, but it was funny. And I thought that, I didn't think that she was underage or overage, because I don't know, back then, I probably was in my early 20s myself. I don't know, because that was a long time ago. But I remember watching it thinking that really can't be real, and that can't be R. Kelly. He's just too good. He can't do that. He's a musical genius. It can't be. So watching the Surviving R. Kelly, it premiered tonight. 3-night, 6-hour event, and it's telling the story of all of these people that were around him and stuff like that. And so I watched both parts. And you know me, I'ma always take my notes and stuff. So I just wanted to talk about a multitude of things, and I'm gonna try to take my time, because I look at everything prospectively, and I'm going to look at everything prospectively in this too. Those young ladies were extremely brave for coming out, and they are like the epitome of what abused people go through. But one thing I wanted to discuss is something that's never really discussed. We always talk about the victim per se, but we never talk about what makes a victim, or what makes a victim, or what kind of goes along with it. So R. Kelly, I'm going to start off like this. R. Kelly brothers said that they were molested as kids. R. Kelly himself said in a 2002 interview that with Tavis Smiley, you guys can go on YouTube and look it up. I might even try to find it myself and put the link down here. It said where R. Kelly had told Tavis Smiley that he was molested from the time he was 7 to 14. This is what happens to a lot of men, not just black men, but men period, when they have been molested or something like that, and it's never dealt with. Not saying that he's guilty of these things, or that that lady's lying, or those young ladies are lying, or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying that it's more prevalent, especially in the black community, that you just don't talk about it. You literally, it happens, it goes on. I myself was raped at 14, and I got pregnant with a child that I had at 15, and she was given away for adoption. Now, how I know I'm over this is because I'm not crying right now. So this is therapeutic for me, so to speak, and I hope that this video is therapeutic for you also. But I just wanted to talk about some stuff, and y'all have to forgive me because my dog and cat are fucking playing. Alright, anyway. So I just want to say that I'm not trying to demonize him, but I'm saying that him and his brothers were molested, and it just wasn't discussed. Even in my family, when it happened to me, it was something that we didn't talk about. And some of my family members was like, I was whorish. I was Fucking 14 years old. How the fuck is a 14-year-old whorish? I don't know. But that type of shit affects you for the rest of your life. If this is true that him and his brothers were molested, because one of his brothers, I think, was in prison as they were recording this, and the other brother, I guess he was his assistant or bodyguard or some shit like that. Listen, I'm not going to say most, I'm trying to watch my words with this. A lot of times, if you don't get any help, this will affect you your whole entire life. You will be one of the things I'm going to name. You will either be very promiscuous because this is something that opened you up too early and it exposed you to sex and stuff too early. So with that exposure of it being too early, you are now living this life trying to fill that void that experience took from you. That's why a lot of women are not healed, because we were molested and nobody ever did anything about it. You just didn't talk about it. One thing that I'm glad that is now that was not back then was that we are able to put shit out there when stuff happens. More stuff is talked about today than it ever has been ever in the history of talking about shit. So for that part, I'm really happy and I'm excited about that part. Ain't no fucking way R. Kelly since 1992 or 93 been fucking with teen girls, and it is now 2019 and we are just now hearing about it in a way that he's getting in trouble. I'm not going to even say getting in trouble, just putting him out there, because I think according to TMZ, he said that he's going to sue Lifetime. So Lifetime's taking a big risk. And also Aaliyah's mom was like, hey, you motherfuckers, don't put my daughter ain't got shit to do with this. But they put that shit out there too about Aaliyah. So I'm interested to find out what's going to happen. I know Aaliyah's mom is going to sue. I know she is. And I'm sure R. Kelly people, if they're smart, they'll sue the shit out of Lifetime as well. I'm just saying. I called the shit on Cardi B. She went back to Offset. Now watch this shit too. Now, I believe R. Kelly to be, and this is the reader side of me, I believe R. Kelly to be a very deep trouble young man. And because he has so much money, he falls into the pit of like Whitney Houston did. When you are surrounded by yes people, you're not surrounded by anybody that's going to put you in your place and tell you no. That's why it's always good to have people that are around you that are not yes people, that people are going to be honest with you. All that shit going on, and he paying everybody, and ain't nobody saying nothing, and he's using his background singers, which are teenagers themselves, to go get him girls, and they're impressionable and young and glad to be working and singing. What they do, they go get him more girls. Like he didn't even use himself in the way of attracting the victims. He used the people around him. Child, R. Kelly is a master manipulator. But let's be clear. He's not the only musician to molest and take advantage of little girls. You got Sweet 16. They made a fucking song, Sweet 16. The Beatles made a fucking song about her being 17. You know, things like that. Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. Damn near lost his fucking career behind it, but he did. Elvis Presley. Priscilla. She was a fucking teenager. How many of you guys who were molested at such an early age? How many of you guys who have never told anybody? How many of you guys who are suffering from some type of sexual dysfunction, male and female, that was messed with and you never got any help? You've never told anybody. I'm doing a yoni class for people in my group, and maybe I should post it for you guys too, that deals with sexual abuse and is a awesome thing. That's why what really made me working with my own yoni, and I did another video, I'll post that below as well so you can watch that. This shit is real. And he traumatized a lot of motherfuckers. And that shit ain't funny, but it's fucked up. And he still gets to walk around and be okay in his mind. And they are fucked. I guarantee most of the women that are talking about it, they probably just started talking about it now, and they probably just started getting help now. Let me see. Excuse me. Let me go to my other stuff. So, like I said, in 2012, he actually told, he publicly said that he was molested by a female relative. Well, I can understand this. If he's saying that he was abused by a female, and then he took that instance and made himself be the perpetrator, I can understand how that actually happened, because he didn't want another woman having that type of control over him, and so he became this sadistic sadomasochist type of shit. I truly believe that's what added to this, because that's what normally happens. And I'm gonna give you at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you some more things too, even down to marrying the singer Aaliyah. They falsified Cook County marriage certificates, and Bob published saying that she was 18 and she was just 15. Ugh. Even the song "You Are Not Alone" for Michael Jackson had a backstory to it. It was written behind Lizette Martinez. She said that Kelly coerced her into like a sexual relationship when she was underage, and said that she got pregnant with his child, and that she was a senior in high school. She miscarried, and said that's what he wrote the song. And the only reason why she left him alone because he gave her mono. What did she say? Mono, and it turned into something else, and she wound up having to be in ICU and shit.
Some old 5-syllable.
And then, like, Andrea Lee said that even when she got married to R. Kelly, that he surprised her. And this was in 96. Hell, in 96, I was a junior in high school. And she was 22. She met him when she was 19. Said that she didn't even know she was getting married. They went to Colorado in a hotel room with a violin and a cello player. He had a cake, he had the food, he had everything. Girl, you should have fucking ran. But what happens when people are being abused, you get stuck in that, and it's hard to get out of that. With that happening to me, I can definitely understand how you can get stuck in a cycle of abuse and stuff like that, especially when you don't have anybody to talk to. You guys need to make sure that if y'all are going through that or something is going on, get some fucking help. Put these motherfuckers in jail for doing fucked up ass shit like that, because they destroying fucking lives. He being at what was the name of that high school? Kenwood High School, stalking his prey, stalking little kids and shit, going to McDonald's. This 20-some-year-old man going to fucking McDonald's. Then he wanted to call him daddy. That's Robert Kelly, you a motherfucker. However, the cycle of abuse. The cycle of sexual abuse and abusive adult relationships. At the end of the day, you know, I always look at stuff prospectively, and I always want to help. This isn't necessarily magic per se, but it is something to fucking talk about and something to like learn from, because this is a reason why a lot of us can't manifest, because we're not dealing with the shit that has happened to us. If the connection between abuse and love is made early in life, the feelings of shame, anger, anything that naturally happens as a consequence of the abuse becomes mixed up in sexual feelings. It's like turning on a light switch and you've been in dark for so long. Well, now you've been exposed to the light. You want the light because you want to be able to see. And that's what happens with that. These feelings become interpreted as feelings of like love and passion, and they lead to sexual arousal. I'm not saying this shit trying to be nasty or anything like that. I'm saying this shit to be honest and to help you guys lot to understand why you guys find yourself in relationships with people that are abusive, because you haven't really dealt with the issue of why. So people who have been abused sometimes don't even realize other ways of feeling in relationships are possible. A lot of times, if you were abused, teenager or abused child, you are more likely to attract somebody that's going to abuse you as an adult. This isn't just me saying it. This is a fucking fact. You know what I'm saying? They believe that they are attracted to or feeling love from the abuser, and sometimes even thinking that they have a special connection to the abuser, as it taps into their feelings of intimacy associated with the abuse. And it's imprinted. This is when I do readings and stuff. A lot of times I see that on y'all, and I will call it out, because you wonder why you can't keep a man, and the man that you get, it's not healthy. This is why you don't have healthy friendships, healthy relationships of any kind, because you haven't dealt with the root. I always say there's always a root to every fucking problem, and you have to be able to get to it. So when they are later abused in an intimate relationship, they perceive that familiar feeling of shame and anger as love and passion. This is why a lot of people are afraid to leave, because they don't know that there is a difference. Now, I'm not preaching, and I'm not trying to come off as being preaching, but I'm using my own self, my own story, my own fears and insecurities and everything else to bring light of this to you. Because at the end of the day, man, this 2019, everything is about healing, releasing shit, and moving the fuck forward. So this is how I'm going to help and do my motherfucking part, okay? It feels familiar. That's number one. That's why the cycle of sexual abuse and abusive adult relationships, why it continues. You will attract the same type of dude, the same type of female, the same type of experience, because it's familiar. For me, or my husband finding me, and I'm talking about Damon, not none of the other ones. I'm talking about Damon. It was very unfamiliar for me to find somebody that was going to, or to be around somebody that loved me for me. Like, he didn't want anything but just to love me and to guide me and to help me to heal, and not to do it for me, because that's something that I had to figure out on my own. But he gave me something different. Even though my father loved me, my father did not abuse me. My father was an alcoholic, and he was not there all the time. As an adult, he was there, but it was a lot of things that went on when I was younger that he was not privy to, because he was drunk. My father stopped drinking when I got raped. And my father walked in on that happening. And my father almost killed the young man that did it. My dad stopped drinking so heavily when that happened, because he did not want me to be hurt again. And he felt like if he was present more, that would not have happened, because it was a family member, of course. It was my mom's sister's son, who is actually locked up right now. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to say, that it's familiar. And if you want to heal from anything like that, if you are dating somebody or with somebody and they start showing you signs, believe them. Fucking leave. Don't stay. This is detrimental. They will listen, and then a lot of you females too will tell the person that you dating, this is what happened to me. You have now given them the keys to control you, because they know just what to do, because you haven't really healed. So you are attracting master manipulators, narcissistic people. Okay. The second thing, it is an attempt to heal. Becoming an abuser, a victim of a child abuse, can try to undo the abuse by taking the opposite, seemingly more powerful position. By engaging in a relationship with another abuser, they can try to relive the relationship with the original abuser in hope that they could get it right this time. Did you get what I said with that name? Are you listening to me? He said, Okay, and it is an attempt to heal. Let me say it again. By becoming an abuser, a victim of childhood sexual abuse can try to undo the abuse by taking the opposite and more seemingly powerful position. By engaging in a relationship with another abuser, they can try to relive the relationship with their original abuser in the hope that they can get it right this time. That's a lot, huh? Number three. Of abused children grow up and have abusive relationships. They feel inadequate. People who were abused as children may believe on some deep level, maybe even it be out of their own conscious awareness, that they're not good enough to deserve a genuinely caring relationship. That they feel, one down position to others, making it hard to accept real love. This may have even been convinced by their abuser that they deserve the abuse. This is never true. No one deserves to be mistreated. Let me say that again. Nobody deserves to be mistreated. You are loved. You are light. You are a gift. And you should never put yourself in the position to allow anybody else to hurt you. You deserve a life of abundance. You deserve a life of healing type of love. You deserve a life of light. Real talk. But until you get that into your head, no matter how good the next man or woman may be, you will not see them like that because you are not looking at anything healthy. You're looking at everything in an unhealthy way. This is why I sell a self-love kit. A lot of times people contact me for relationship advice and wanting me to do some type of work for somebody. And the first thing I'll say is, what have you done for you? I'm not a practitioner that's so quick to do love work for some money. I've never been like that, and I won't be like that now. I will turn your motherfucking ass down because I want you to do the work for you first. Because you might do some self-love work and decide in the process of you dealing with yourself, dealing with your roots, and working your own shit out, that you don't even want this motherfucker. So why you gonna spend your money on it? It's a waste of money because it ain't gonna last because you ain't gonna want it because you're growing. So I'm always quick to say sometimes, what about your self-love? What have you done for you? Because that's essential. That's why I create the kits and everything else, because self-love is essential to healing and everything else. If I didn't do my work, there's no way that I would be married and I would be happy with my own husband, no matter how much magic there is. Because in order for you to vibrate high, you have to deal with your shit. People who were abused, they will think that's all that they fucking deserve. This is never true, guys. No one deserves to be mistreated. Number 4. Strange as it may seem, people who were abused may counteract the feelings of inadequacy by kind of believing that they're better than other people. Denial is a disease too. Feeling all grandiose and shit. Bruh. They may even have a hard time respecting other people as equals. Kind of like R. Kelly on both of those. Feeling inadequate and a number 4. They feel like one-up position to others, making it hard to enter a mutually loving relationship. They may even feel like one down to some people and one up to other people, and engaging in abusive ass relationships at the same time. They're the ones that's being a fucking abusive. This happens a lot. Deflection. They become bullies and everything else because the thing of it is they don't ever want to be in a position where they feel weak again. So the way to control it is to bully people and try to control them. Which leads into my next one. By becoming an abuser, someone who has been abused can play the role of the more powerful person in a relationship in the attempt to overcome the powerlessness that they felt when they were being abused. This is not effective. And they may repeatedly dominate others in some futile attempt to get over the weakness that they've experienced as a victim. It's a search for power and control. Like I said, run. If he was abused by his mama, run. If she was abused by her mama, run. Especially if she's not willing to deal with it. But especially for a man, if his mama was not there in his life, run. If he was raised by his grandmama, his aunt and them, run. Because there's some fuck shit in the game and you're going to wind up trying to heal him and you can't. And it is going to drive you bad shit crazy. Run. I'm just saying. The next one is they may be sexually aroused by abusive behavior. Let me give my disclaimer about talking about this. I know you might be like, Duchess, what the fuck? It's true. My ex-husband was sexually abused. He was a Gemini and extremely narcissistic and controlling and everything else. And I fell into that slowly thinking that I could fix him, that I could heal him. All he needed was somebody to love him like me. But he never saw that. He never saw that. And the only thing that really turned him on is when he abused me in some type of emotional or verbal type of way. And it's really fucked up. But that's how he saw shit. Sexual arousal is a normal human experience. Let me say that. And it's often a normal response to sexual contact. In some cases, if early sexual experiences involved abuse, victims may become sexually aroused by abusive behavior. This is why you have dominant and submissive, and you have the sadomasochism. You have dominant master sub type of relationships, because some people, that's their therapy, because that's what they've been exposed to. I'm not judging anybody being a mistress to that type of behavior. Hey, it happens. This doesn't mean that they want or wanted to be abused or that they genuinely enjoy abuse, because not all victims of abuse experiences, but that is kind of normal. The next thing is they may feel very angry. People who have been abused carry a lot of anger about what happened to them. And abuse can be a way to express that anger. Even if they have pushed this anger out of their conscious awareness, it can come out subtle or not so subtle ways in intimate relationships and even parenting styles. That's why a lot of our mothers are like really bad mothers, because they were abused too. And grandma, big mama didn't do nothing about it. And it was probably big mama's husband. Or that uncle that never left the house, that still stayed in the house till he was 50 years old. And he didn't leave, and he died in that motherfucker. And you know that uncle that whenever y'all have family shit, y'all be like, don't fucking, where is TT? They be like, where is little Kim, or whatever her name is, whatever. Oh, she back there with uncle. They be like, go get her with his nasty. So this happens a lot. That's why, like I said, our moms are not the best moms, because of their own shit that they didn't kind of like been through and they ain't dealt with, and it's just one cycle after another of like this type of bullshit. The next thing is they may try to hurt others before being hurt. If abuse and hurt feels inevitable, people who have been abused kind of view sexual relationships as predatory and try to kill before being killed. That happens a lot too. They're searching for intensity. When children are traumatized through sexual abuse, they may associate or confuse intensity with pleasure. They may be attracted to abusive individuals and high-risk activities in order to feel pleasure, and they need the rush in order to feel like aroused or experience like or orgasm. This shit deep, y'all. That's why take advantage of yoni stuff, take advantage of healing courses, take advantage of getting that shit out, take advantage of releasing. That's important, because you are not by yourself, baby girl and baby boy. You're not. The next one is living a fantasy that feels safer than reality. This is what a lot of people live in too. Instead of dealing with the reality of what happened, we deflect and do other things that don't have anything to do with the reality that we really live in. And you got to be careful of that. Get down. No, I'm doing a video. Go on, Shango, and Irish. So living a fantasy that feels safer than reality, because abuse is so fucking painful. People who have been abused may cope by retreating into like a fantasy world. That's where a lot of multiple personality disorders and stuff like that come in, and this may include, you know, idolizing others to the point where abusive partners are seen to be wonderful and they deserve it and it's okay. You know, when he hits me, I just go on la la land anyway, but at least he's showing me some type of emotion because he's mad at me, you know. Other abuse result in overwhelming disappointment. They felt that they can't live up to that fantasy of what they want that person to be. Listen, abuse is never okay. There are many hotlines and stuff that you can call to report abuse. If you're with somebody, try to contact the police station or the non-emergency number. They have women's shelters and stuff like that that you can go to. I'm thinking about doing, because I now have a nonprofit on top of my store and everything else, I'm thinking about creating something like that myself. This shit is so prevalent and it's so real, and we need to talk about stuff like this so that some people can get the help that they need. There are so many women that are 30, 40, 50, 60 years old that were molested and they were raped and they have never dealt with it. And they have lived their whole life not truly walking into the abundance and the prosperity that they can have, because prosperity isn't all about money. It's about an overall abundance. But you can't get past that because you can't get past your root. You guys, figure out what the fuck your root is. Figure out whether it's this or whatever. Figure out what it is and deal with it just a little bit at a time, because you can do it. I am Magical Lady Duchess. You can go on to my website at magicalladyduchess.com for any type of readings. I deal with this, past life regressions and everything else. Work on you. It's 2019. Stop being cheap. Stop bullshitting yourself and truly do the work so you can live the life that you were destined to live. Also, you can check out my store. It's mldholistichealing.com. You can check out my store, and most of the things that I sell in my store, I also sell online. I want you guys to live a loving, wonderful life. None of this shit is funny. All of it's serious, and it all affects us in different ways. Deal with your shit, baby, because I'm tired of it dealing with you. Have a wonderful night. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, or just advice to people that have been abused, feel free to leave a comment below. Many blessings to those who do that. Ashe.